Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Rubicon Classes. Previously, in this chapter, we have learned about what is the Vedic civilization and what were the sources for the study of the Vedic period. That was the literary sources and the archaeological sources. If you want to know about the topics of that part, you can uh, type the link in my description box and know about it. So we will start our new topic today, that is the comparison of societies between early Vedic period and later Vedic period. The Vedic period is divided into two parts, that is early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Early Vedic period can also be divided into many parts, like what was the society of it, how was the ashrams, how was the family, how was the status of the woman, what was the religion in that time. So one by one we will do the comparison of both the periods, that is early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Society in early Vedic period. How was the society of early Vedic period? The social division. The society was divided into four classes on the basis of occupation, which could be chosen according to people's needs and talents. The division was the Brahmins, second one was Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. The social division was divided into four parts: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Brahmins were explained the Vedic texts and performed the religious ceremonies. Brahmins कौन होते थे? Those who were the known person of the Vedic texts and they were performing the religious ceremonies. The same was in the society of the later Vedic period. The Brahmins were doing the Vedic were performing the religious ceremonies as well as they were explaining the Vedic texts. Second one is Kshatriya. The same situation is in the society of later Vedic period. Kshatriyas were belonged to the ruling class. Third one was the Vaishyas. Third कौन थे? Vaishyas थे. Vaishyas were engaged in trade, agriculture and industry. वैश्यास लोग क्या करते थे? वो लोग एंगेज रहते थे, ट्रेड से व्यापार करते थे, एग्रीकल्चर करते थे और इंडस्ट्री स्थापित करते थे. फोर्थ वर दी शूद्रास. Shudras were served the needs of the other three classes by providing physical labor. शूद्रास क्या होते थे? वो जो थ्री जो ब्राह्मण्स हैं, क्षत्रिय हैं, वैश्यास थे, इन लोगों की ये लोग सेवा करते थे. In the later Vedic period, the Brahmins and Kshatriyas became the dominant classes in society. This was the change in the later Vedic period. Otherwise, everything was same. Now we will see how was the ashram system in these period, early Vedic period and later Vedic period. There were four ashrams: Brahmacharya ashram, Grihast ashram, Vanaprasth ashram and Sannyas ashram. In the later Vedic period also it was same: the Brahmacharya ashram, the Grihast ashram, the Vanaprasth ashram and the Sannyas ashram. According to the Aryans, a man's life was divided into four periods: a man's life was divided into 4 periods of 25 each, 25 years each. There will be a gapping of 25 year each. Each period represented one ashram, like 25 year a man spent in brahmacharya life. After that, after 25 years he will live his life in grihastha ashram. After 25 he will live in his life in vanaprastha ashram, and last one is the sannyas ashram. Brahmacharya ashram. What is the brahmacharya ashram here? It is the first period from birth to 25 years of age. It was mainly devoted to education and for the development of body and mind. This life, the brahmacharya life, was dedicated to education and for the development of a child's mind and body and mind. Second life is of grihastha ashram. Grihastha ashram, it is the second phase of life from 25 years to 50 years of age, when man got married and led a family life. Grihastha ashram is said to be the second phase, and it is from 25 to 50 years, and a person has to live a grihastha ashram till 50 years only at that Vedic period time. Okay, next one is vanaprastha ashram. It is the third phase of life from 51 to 75 years of age. They are living a 25 years of lifespan each in every ashram, when man handed over his property and responsibilities to his sons and retired to the forest with his wife. In this you will see that when a person comes in a vanaprastha ashram, in that lifespan he has to hand over his property and responsibilities to his sons, so that he could go to forest with his wife and get retired. He lives a retired life. Same was the situation in the later Vedic period also. Brahmacharya, in comparison to early Vedic period, later Vedic period, they were same. Grihastha ashram was same. Vanaprastha ashram was same. Sannyas ashram. How was the sannyas ashram during this time? It is the last phase. It is the last phase from 76 to 76 years of age onwards, means lifetime, till the end of his life. Man had to renounce all worldly pleasures and send his wife back to her children and live in the forest as a sannyasi. In this time, what he has to do? He has to send his wife back to her children. In the vanaprastha ashram, he has taken his wife to the forest, but in this sannyas ashram he will tell his wife that you go back to your children and I will live a life as a sannyasi. But this renunciation, the man believed he could get moksha or salvation. Why he says that he will live a sannyasi life? Because he believed that this is the time for his salvation or moksha. Okay. In the later Vedic period, only Brahmins became sannyasi. What was the difference in later Vedic period? Only the Brahmins can become the sannyasi. The Shudras, Vaishyas, and Kshatriyas were not allowed to live a sannyasi life, because living by begging was unacceptable to Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, because they wanted to live a good life. They don't want to beg in a sannyasi life. The ashram system did not apply to the Shudras. This ashram system was not for the Shudras. It was only for Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. The ashram system was only an ideal as very few people followed it fully in practice. It was very ideal, आदर्श था, क्योंकि it was very very tough practice and not everyone can do that practice. इसीलिए ये आश्रम कुछ ही लोग फॉलो कर पाते थे. Now we will talk about how was the family system in these early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Like the family was smallest unit of society. The family was the smallest unit of society. The Grihapati enjoyed absolute control over all the members of the family. The Grihapati, who was the Grihapati? The man who was the head of the family was the absolute control, who had the absolute control over his members in early Vedic period. The joint family system was prevalent. The property was inherited by the male members after the death of the head of the family. Unmarried daughters also received a small share. The property was inherited. जब घर के मुखिया की मृत्यु हो जाती थी तो घर का जो प्रॉपर्टी होता था वो मेल मेंबर को मिल जाता था, और अगर उनके घर में अगर कोई अविवाहित स्त्री होती थी तो उसको भी उसके जो हेड है, जिनकी मृत्यु हुई है, उनके प्रॉपर्टी का कुछ हिस्सा दिया जाता था. But in later Vedic period the families were patriarchal means ये पितृसत्तात्मक था, मतलब जो फादर होते थे वही फैमिली के हेड होते थे. The Grihapati still enjoyed absolute control. He was the head and was very powerful. गृहपति जो घर का जो मुखिया होता था, मेल पर्सन, वो अपने परिवार को संभाल के रखता था, कंट्रोल में रखता था. The joint family system was still prevalent. इस समय भी joint family system था, like in early Vedic periods. The father could even disinherit his son. इस समय फादर को क्या अधिकार हो गया था कि वो अपने बेटे को उसकी जायदाद से हटा सकता था. The father could even disinherit his son. The position of women deteriorated in the family. Their position became subordinate. अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड में एक स्त्री का, एक महिला की स्थिति बहुत अच्छी थी, बट इन दिस लेटर वैदिक पीरियड द वुमेन पोजीशन डिटोरिएटेड. वुमेन पोजीशन वाज डिटोरिएटेड. द पोजीशन बिकेम सबऑर्डिनेट, मतलब उसकी ज़्यादा वैल्यू नहीं थी. Now we will see what was the status of women in the early Vedic period and in later Vedic period. Status of women. Women had the right to study the Vedas. They had the right to study the Vedas. They can read or write what is written in the Vedas. But in the society of later Vedic period, women were under the control of men in early Vedic period, but it became more restrictive during the later Vedic period. But during this time, later Vedic period, they were not allowed to read the Vedas or recite the hymns of Vedas. Ghosha and Apala were composers of Vedic hymns. In this time, in early Vedic period, Ghoshala and Apala were composers of Vedic hymns. They had composed the Vedic hymns. Legally, the women were under the control of men. In this time also, in early Vedic period also, the women were legally under the control of men. Child marriage, the sati system and parda system did not exist among the Aryans. During this early Vedic period, there was no restriction to women. Child marriage, the sati system and the parda system did not exist at this time. Women had freedom in the choice of their husbands. वुमेन्स को पूरा पूरा अधिकार था कि वो अपने हस्बैंड का चुनाव करें. Monogamy was the usual practice, though polygamy was also practiced by many. Women attended all the social functions and gatherings in early Vedic period. There was no restriction as they were under the control of a man, but they were given the equal importance. But in later Vedic period, child marriage also took place. In the early Vedic period, there was no child marriage. No, there was no child marriage system or parda system. But during the later Vedic period, the child marriage system came into existence. Widow remarriage, divorce, and remarriage of women were not permitted to the women of three upper castes. Widow remarriage नहीं होता था, डाइवोर्स नहीं होता था, रिमैरिज ऑफ वुमेन वर नॉट परमिटेड. थ्री अपर कास्ट मीन्स ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय एंड वैश्य में किसी तरीके का विडो रिमैरिज नहीं होता था, विधवा पुनर्विवाह नहीं होता था, डाइवोर्स तलाक नहीं कर सकते थे, रिमैरिज नहीं कर सकते थे. No parda system existed. In this time also there was no parda system like in early Vedic period. It was no parda system. Women enjoyed considerable freedom of movement. वुमेन इसमें भी थोड़ा बहुत फ्रीडम मिला था अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड में भी महिलाओं को. Towards the end of the later Vedic period, women were not allowed to study the Vedas. Like in early Vedic period, women were allowed to read the Vedas, but in early Vedic period there was no allowance to the woman to read the Vedas. How was the religion of this time? Nature worship such as Varuna, Surya and Indra was practiced. They were in the early Vedic period, they worshipped which god? Varuna, Surya, Indra. Varuna is the Vayu Dev, Surya is the Surya Dev and Indra is the god of water, rain. No temple worship was practiced in this time. There was no temple during Vedic period. No idol worship was practiced. किसी तरीके का मूर्ति पूजा नहीं होता था early Vedic period में. Polytheism, the belief that there is more than one god prevailed. Polytheism means कि ये लोग एक से अधिक गॉड्स की पूजा करते थे. इस चीज़ का ये विश्वास करते थे कि एक से अधिक गॉड्स हैं. None of the gods was looked upon as the supreme god. और किसी भी एक गॉड की ये लोग सुप्रीम गॉड के रूप में पूजा नहीं करते थे, सबको एक समान मानते थे. वरुणा देव की भी पूजा करते थे एक समान, सूर्य देव को भी एक समान और इंद्र देव को भी एक समान पूजा करते थे. Religious beliefs and practices were obtained from the hymns of the Rig Veda. Religious belief, विश्वास और प्रैक्टिस होता था वो हमें कहाँ से, इनको कहाँ से मिलता था? ऋग वेदा के hymns से. In later Vedic period, there was emergence of new gods such as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Ram and Krishna. In the early Vedic period, the people were knowing about only three gods, that were Varuna, Surya and Indra. But the situation changed in the later Vedic period. They came to know about the emergence of new gods also, like Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rama and Krishna. Durga, Kali, Lakshmi and Parvati emerged as the important female deities. they also came to know about the female deities also. देवी देव के साथ साथ देवताओं देवियों का भी इन्होंने पूजा करना शुरू किया, लाइक दुर्गा, काली, लक्ष्मी एंड पार्वती. No temple worship was practiced. They were also there was no temple during this time. Also idol worship was practiced at this time. They started practicing idol means मूर्ति मूर्ति की पूजा करना इन्होंने शुरू किया. The emphasis was placed more on rituals that than on religious chanting of the sacred hymns of the Vedas. रिचुअल्स में इन्होंने ज़्यादा विश्वास किया, वेदों के उच्चारण से ज़्यादा इन्होंने क्या विश्वास किया कि रिचुअल्स किया जाए, यज्ञ किया जाए, उस पर ये लोग ज़्यादा विश्वास करने लगे. इफ़ यू लाइक माई video, like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. And if you want to learn more about the chapter number 1, you can click on the link which is given in the description box. Thank you.